Hello friend. Welcome to MovieMark. Today we have brought you some amazing Hollywood slasher thriller movies, which are masterpiece movies forever. Hope you will like them. So let's start today's video. Number 10. Jeepers Creepers Reborn. This movie based on horror mystery thriller genres, with 2.5 IMDb rating. The film unfolds as the Horror Hound Festival holds its first ever event in Louisiana, where it attracts hundreds of geeks, freaks, and die-hard horror fans from far and wide. Among them is fanboy Chase and his girlfriend Lane, who is forced to come along for the ride. But as the event approaches, Lane begins to experience unexplained premonitions and disturbing visions associated with the town's past, and in particular, local legend/urban myth the Creeper. As the festival arrives and the blood-soaked entertainment builds to a frenzy, Lane believes that something unearthly has been summoned and that she is at the center of it. Number 9. Cold Skin. This movie based on action fantasy horror genres, with 6.0 IMDb rating. In 1914, a young Englishman travels to a remote island in the South Atlantic to work for 1 year as a weather observer. When he and the captain of the ship search for the previous weather observer, they realize he is missing, and the only other inhabitant of the island is the caretaker of the crudely fortified lighthouse, Gruner, who greets them both coldly. Gruner says the previous weather observer cannot return with the ship as he has died from typhus, possibly swimming in the sea, and there is no body. The captain suggests the newcomer leave with him, but he refuses. Number 8. Howl. This movie based on action fantasy horror genres, with 5.4 IMDb rating. When passengers on a train are attacked by a creature, they must band together in order to survive until morning. Howl opens with Alpha Track's train guard Joe Griffin doing a shift on an overnight passenger train, which is scheduled to depart London at midnight. The regular guard is sick. His only consolation is the chance to spend time with his unrequited love, the tea trolley girl, Ellen. A shot of the full moon is shown piecing through a heavy thunderstorm as the train travels. Number 7. Escape Room 2. This movie based on action-adventure horror genres, with 5.7 IMDb rating. After escaping death by the skin of their teeth and surviving the bloody games devised by the nefarious Minus Corporation, lucky players Zoe and Ben are now coping with trauma after the events of Escape Room 2019. But instead of finding answers and closure, Zoe and Ben are soon dragged into another set of fiendishly designed death traps. And as a handful of former escapees join in, the competitors must work together to outsmart their inhuman tormentors and give their all to solve increasingly sophisticated puzzles. This time, the unseen perils are more elaborate, and escape is futile. Who shall live and who shall die in the sadistic Tournament of Champions? Number 6. Stitches. This movie based on comedy horror genres, with 5.7 IMDb rating. Richard Grindle, a clown with the stage name Stitches, is having sex with a woman in his camper. During intercourse, she notices an egg encased in a glass tube with a face painted on it. Stitches explains that they made him do it when he signed up. Stitches arrives late at Tommy's 10th birthday party. He attempts to entertain the children, but they instead ridicule him. Tommy's best friend Vinny ties Stitch's shoelaces together, and Tommy throws a soccer ball on his face, causing him to trip and land on a kitchen knife on the other side of the room, unseen to the children, which penetrates his face. As the children come to find out, Stitches slowly gets up, revealing the knife lodged in his eye. Number 5. Final Destination. This movie based on horror thriller genres, with 6.7 IMDb rating. High school student Alex Browning boards Vully Airlines Flight 180, a Boeing 747, with his classmates for their senior trip to Paris from John F. Kennedy Airport. Before takeoff, Alex has a premonition that the plane will face a mechanical failure, leading to a mid-air explosion, killing everybody on board. When the events from his vision begin to occur in reality, he panics until a fight breaks out between him and his rival Carter Horton, resulting in both of them being removed from the plane, along with Alex's best friend Todd Wagner, Carter's girlfriend Terry Chaney, teacher Valerie Luton, and students Billy Hitchcock and Clear Rivers. None of the other passengers, except Clear, believes Alex about his vision until the plane explodes on takeoff. Afterwards, the survivors are interrogated by two FBI agents, Wine, and Shrek, who are both suspicious of Alex. Number 4. Panic Room. This movie based on crime drama thriller genres, with 6.8 IMDb rating. A divorced woman and her diabetic daughter take refuge in their newly purchased house's safe room when 3 men break in, searching for a missing fortune. Recently divorced Meg Altman and her 11-year-old daughter, Sarah, move into a 4-story brownstone in New York City's Upper West Side. The house's previous owner, a reclusive millionaire, installed a panic room to protect the occupants from intruders. The room is reinforced by concrete and steel on all sides and a thick steel door. There is also an extensive security system with multiple surveillance cameras and a public address system. Number 3. Death Proof. This movie based on action thriller genres, with 7.0 IMDb rating. 3 friends, Arlene, Shauna and radio DJ Jungle Julia Lutzai, drive down Congress Avenue in Austin, Texas, on their way to celebrate Julia's birthday. In a bar, Julia reveals that she made a radio announcement offering a free lap dance from Arlene in return for addressing her as Butterfly, buying her a drink, and reciting a segment of the poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Aging Hollywood stunt double Mike McKay trails the women to a bar and claims the lap dance. He notes that Julia is on billboards across town, and she is cold towards him. He returns to sit with the group and recites the line to Arlene. She is suspicious, having seen Mike's car earlier that day watching her outside a restaurant, but he convinces her to give him the lap dance. Number 2. The Invisible Man. This movie based on drama horror mystery genres, with 7.1 IMDb rating. When Cecilia's abusive ex takes his own life and leaves her his fortune, she suspects his death was a hoax. As a series of coincidences turn lethal, Cecilia works to prove that she is being hunted by someone nobody can see. The film follows Cecilia, who receives the news of her abusive ex-boyfriend's suicide. She begins to rebuild her life for the better. However, her sense of reality is put into question when she begins to suspect her deceased lover is not actually dead. Number 1. A Quiet Place. This movie based on drama horror science fiction genres, with 7.5 IMDb rating. Sightless aliens with sharp hearing and impenetrable armor plating have taken over the planet and killed most of the human population. The Abbott family, Mother Evelyn, Father Lee, deaf daughter Reagan, and sons Marcus and Beau, live on their isolated farm in the middle of a forest in upstate New York, and have survived by taking precautions such as laying sand paths to avoid stepping on crunching leaves and using American Sign Language when communicating. So friends, I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this.